we got you back.
Is that better now?
Yeah, it does sound better.
It's because my headphones are connected to my laptop and my phone at the same time, and it kept cutting off. I think that's did it fix it?
Yeah, it
you
sounds
seem
good
to be
now. Yeah,
constant.
keep it this way.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it was cutting back and forward between my laptop and my phone. Okay, hopefully that's solved.
Cool, man. 5 minutes in. Should we get started?
Yep. Who is Ben? Are you gonna start us off?
Yeah, sure. So, sorry, I have some echo from.
Yeah, Shahid, you need to.
Shade, you need to mute yourself. There's an echo coming from you, Shahid.
Yo, CMO, mute
There
yourself.
he is.
There you
There he is. He's done.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
There you go.
Sure. Thanks. So like today we started doing we just did some tests, some alpha tests with a few people. We didn't announce it long time before it, so of course we didn't test with too many people, but like it went well. We wanted to test the network and the performances, and all went well. There was no major issues. Like of course, like everyone, every time we test, we see a few things we not want to change and improve, but like it went really well, and so it's nice to see that most of the networking issues are behind us, and we have like improved a lot of the performances on the network, and also the performances for the local machines. So this is really good. So you can expect to have more of these kind of small tests in the next couple of days. We'll do like some small test sessions. We won't announce it necessarily very like a long time before it. Maybe more than this time, but like maybe a couple of hours before we'll announce it. So we can test some small features, some improvements, see if by trying a lot of things, you see what changes, etc. So if you want to be part of this test, you can be on our Discord. We'll add more and more people back to the alpha in the next few days. We kind of stopped for a while, but like now it should be good. Besides that, we like the Android version is working really well. We have already, like, some of you have seen some leaks of it, but since then we've already improved the performances. We have created a new UI. We just need to integrate it, and so yeah, we'll see some more footage in the next couple of days. So expect some cool stuff from this side.
I think there's even a meme. I think there's even a meme, Benji, about the Android version of Shahid's broken screen.
Oh, really? Okay.
Shahid has a cracked screen on his phone that he recorded the video on.
Maybe the
There's
screen,
I
maybe
saw
the
the
gloves.
community
I'm
even
not
have been
sure
memeing.
which one.
They've been making memes of Shahid's phone.
So it's good to see that it works on a broken phone. So
Yeah,
that's a good sign for the performance.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, we're just trying to make sure it works on a really crappy phone as well, so that any phone in the world can play Legends of Bezogia.
Yeah. So yeah, like yeah. So on a broken phone, like you've seen, like the performance are already kind of okay, but like it works a lot better like on my phone, or like on which is not that new, and on a better phone. So you'll see that it's yeah. We'll show some footage these days, and some cross-platform gameplay, etc. There's like a lot of stuff that is working now, and yeah, we're excited to show you guys. Also, like for the development, we've like we already like have developed like quite a lot of maps. Like Shieldzogia is already looking great. It's already like we've been able to see it like in gameplay in-house, and so we've seen that we have like already a lot of maps that we haven't released yet, and we don't want to show too much of it because we don't want to spoil the game, and we want to kind of keep it like that. So in the next couple of weeks, the focus for the graphic development of the map will be mostly on improving the current maps, so the neutral land and also the Zogzogia, and so they will be bearish. We'll mostly improve these maps to make them cooler to play on, to make a lot more stuff to explore, and yeah. So because we kind of want to show you guys some things, and if we are developing a lot of maps, there are like lots of things that are done, but we cannot really show it because we don't want to spoil them. So we probably focus on the maps we already have and keep creating new ones, but there's not the same rush for it because we don't necessarily need to have like all 10 maps for the release. We already have like 5 that are mostly like almost fully done, and so we want to focus on improving them, and later on we'll add new maps, etc. So yeah, and we're also improving the controls for the for the combat, and like all these things, it should feel in the next few days. We'll do like in some of the test sessions, we'll test a few things to make it feel a bit better, and yeah.
So that's great news, man. Alpha testing is back, huh?
Yeah,
It's actually
it's back.
it's live now. It's live now. There's
It,
a few players. I was actually playing just a few moments before the AMA.
You're
yeah,
playing it. Were you playing
we
it on your cracked screen, Shahid, or were you were?
No, I had it on the PC and then I had to shut it down.
yeah, like right now it was working. We just tested before the AMA, and yeah,
Is
we'll
the
do
session
more
still
tests
open?
this week.
Is the session still open, Ben, or is it closed?
It just closed for the AMA, just closed admin like that. The
You're gonna
start of the
open
AMA.
up after, right?
We'll open up not tonight, but like the next few days. It's good if
Okay.
we like what we want to do now is that to do the
Shahid, do you have a
tests when
Shahid, do you have a bad echo?
uh,
You might want
like
to use headphones instead of the speaker, Shahid. You're getting a bad echo from your side. On you go, Ben.
yeah. So we'll probably do some tests in the next couple of days. What we want to do now is to mostly test. Like we want always to have like a developer when we're testing that is checking that everything goes on. We really want to do like all these like small tests, new small features, and as soon as we push new updates, so that the tests really help us like debug things, improve things, test features, and so we can do like very fast development like that. And so the test sessions will still be quite short, but there will be a lot in the next few days. So if you miss one, don't worry. There will be more, and yeah, there will probably be. We'll see for the timing, but we'll announce it a bit before. Sometimes we might announce it the day before, but like yeah, as soon as it's something is developed, we'll let you guys take a look at how it is.
I think that most of the sessions will be in the morning China time, which
Yeah,
will be evening in the US, East Coast and West Coast. So I think it's actually a better time as well. It allows us to be
for
in
sure.
the office with the whole team ready to debug things. And
Yeah,
actually, it's even a better time for people in the US. Previously, we ran the sessions like in the middle of the night in China time, and it was in the morning or the early afternoon for people in the US. I think the new timing should be a lot more convenient for people. They'll be able to come home from work. They're just hanging out at night, and we can run these sessions, and people can just you do it in their leisure time in the evening. So it should be good for people.
Well,
yeah.
Bezogia and beers. Sounds good.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So that's really cool that that we can be doing these new tests, and yeah. Also, like we'll have like for the team, we've expanded a lot these past few days, and we'll keep expanding the team. We have like one good new game dev that will join us tomorrow, and another one will join us in 2 weeks. So one will be in China, and the other one will be in Pakistan. Both of them have uh, like like experience in the game industry. Like one who will join tomorrow has like 5 years experience developing games and is like learned computer science for a while before that. We'll also have a new animator, like character animator, who has 9 years experience, and he will be focusing on making like animations for the enemies that are like custom made for the games, for the models we have. And this will bring lots of like a lot of value to the team, because we really need to have like great animations for the enemies, and we'll have more developers to make that work together. So yeah, and last week we've already onboarded a 2D designer and a 3D designer. We'll have one more 2D artist that will join soon, maybe a second one. It's kind of hard to keep track of, since we have a lot of people joining the office. Some will
There's a
join.
lot of one thing that we mentioned in a few weeks ago is we have a new HR, and she's sort of hiring people like crazy. I mean, she's outperforming anything we expected. We told her we need to fill the entire office within her first month, and she seems to be on track. So it's really good. The team is growing every day. I go in and there's new people essentially. So it's really cool to see. I think with the office in the Chinese office at least will be completely full very soon, and it'll allow us to put out updates a lot faster than we've been putting them out so far as well.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, having new developers will be super useful. The animator will be great, and yeah, like the 2D designer and 3D designer. Also, with this, we need like kind of almost what we need the most right now is kind of IDs for the new weapons we want to add in the game, and IDs for the new monsters, etc. So what we want to do, I mean, maybe Shahid will tell you about it more in details, but we want to have some sort of competition to find new funny names for swords that will be in the game. Kind of we want like some sort of meme names, or like a kind of a funny names linked to crypto, etc. So yeah, Shahid can explain more in detail how it will be organized, but yeah.
Yeah, perfect, Menji. Was there anything else on development? And how is the sound, by the way, now? Hopefully, it's not too echoey.
No, that's better now, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, there's no
cool.
echo.
Yes,
I think
I think
one of the
that's
things.
pretty much it.
Sorry, one of the things we're focusing a lot on. Me and Benji sat down last week with a couple of the game development people as well in France and in China, and we basically said we've created all these worlds. It's incredible, but we're the only people that can see it, and so we're so far ahead on the worlds that we're creating. Let's now take the focus on things that we can actually show to the community, and they'll be able to see things happening on a weekly basis or a daily basis, even for the alpha testers. Um, so the focus for the team now that we're creating the new worlds is now on making the existing worlds much more immersive and more um, beautiful from a graphics perspective. So improving the textures, in making custom shaders. Um, some of the things that you'll begin to see are, for example, the trees. The trees in the game are made up. They make up about like there's trees in about 90% of the map. So if we're able to make an enhancement to the trees, it's going to make the game look significantly better. So the way that the grass is currently, so someone mentioned it on an AMA actually a few weeks ago. They asked us, could we make the trees like the grass? The answer is kind of, yes, to a certain extent. We can make the trees a lot better with a similar sort of technology and um, code that we use for the grass, but do something interesting on the trees. So not just the trees, we're looking at all different aspects of each map. So in Bullish, adding NPCs, going in and doing all the final touches that we've not had time to do, because we've been working on pushing out all these new maps. So we'll keep pushing all that sort of information out on social media, and we'll actually be able to show these things to you, because maps like Shieldzogia and Freezogia that we've already sort of basically finished in house, other than the finishing touches, we can't show that to anyone. So I think it'll be really cool to have all these updates coming every week, on things that we can actually show everyone.
I agree.
Yeah.
Jeff, I think you're cutting off again. I don't know if it's just me, but it sounds like your voice is cutting off again.
Yeah,
No,
we'll give it a minute. I think the general recap is just enhancing the gameplay, making it much more engaging, adding a lot more features, making a lot more fun. A lot of the base elements are there in the game. It already looks beautiful. It's a great experience already, but there's a lot more features and textures we can roll out week on week. Obviously, new weapons, and lots of other elements within games. I've actually saw a prototype of the textures for the trees already, and it already looked amazing. So the team are working super lightning fast at some of these new features and developments, and that can happen because we've got massive expansion in terms of recruitment. So we can move much faster and iterate weekly. Yeah, bring new features to the community. Just make it really fun.
Can you hear me now, by the way? Or is my sound bad again?
It's better now. Yeah.
it's better. It's not perfect.
Okay. I don't know if it's my headphones or my connection or my VPN. So there's a. Okay.
No, you're
But
good now.
I think what I was saying was, expect to see a lot more content on the socials from game updates, because there's a lot happening on the game and in terms of improvements, over the next few weeks. So it'll be great to actually finally show everyone what we're doing, and rather than just everything being behind the scenes. So expect to see a lot more content regarding actual updates to the game on the social channels over the next few weeks.
Yeah, that was a bit of a flavor of last week or this week actually, or yeah, this last. It's all a blur. So
Yeah,
I
it is.
think
That was a segue. That was kind of as a segue for you, Shahid, to go into the socials and explain. Because I
yeah,
mean, what's happened on the socials this week that we've done with all these snippets and everything has been really good. Maybe you can start going into
of
that.
course. Yeah, so we'll touch on we'll come back we'll come to Meta Week last. We had an amazing event last week that kind of was a bit of a caveat to a lot of the social increased frequency. So Zach had the handle on Instagram, posting out lots of content on social. Our head of corporate development, Mike, got a lot of engagement with the mobile Android post, and then on the back of that, we had a lot of 4K video of the gameplay going out. A bit of a dodgy video on my old school Samsung Galaxy Note 9. So I've been meaning to get that screen fixed. And then I was like, aha, right, I need to make this game video compelling. So it took a few attempts to get good video and a bit of sound, but it was only a teaser. That was an intentional video for Android and
I,
mobile.
I was told that you even wore some nice like black gloves, because you didn't
Hero
want people to
Carol.
see your
that,
fingers. You didn't want
that's
people to see
maybe
your
another
ugly
story.
fingers, is what
So,
you said
so
to me.
I was like, I need some moisturizer on my hands, and now I'm like, if I put any moisturizer on my hands, I'm not going to be able to play the game. I'm going to be sliding all over this handset. So, and I was like in the kitchen, I was like, aha, I got some gloves, right? I don't care. I'm making this video tonight, no matter what. So, yeah, yeah. That was the final cut. So we will have some much better versions with a bit more fun gameplay, hopefully with a newer handset as well. So yeah, that was nice to be able to create and share already on YouTube. It's getting great engagement. We obviously shared across a lot of the platforms. And a lot of this video became the foundation for our AMA snippets. So one of the things we've seen in the data is, you know, these AMA sessions we run, can typically run from anything from 45 minutes to sometimes 1.5 hours, 2 hours. to ask anyone to take that much time out of their day and digest the whole session, it's a big ask. There's very few people that will stay beyond 30, 45 minutes. So one of the things we wanted to do was make sure that we break down our content into nice small chunks and just get it out on all the socials, really reiterating a lot of the golden nuggets of updates that we have from the AMA sessions. We notice there's a lot of repetitive questions, a lot of things we want to update, obviously, on our FAQs, but when you hear it in the AMA itself, it's golden content. When we complement that with a nice video snippet from the game, a lot of up-to-date features and what have you, it just goes together like bread and butter. So yeah, in all of the snippets that we've put out, we've had more than 150% week on week improvement in terms of engagement. So overall, it's been really a great success. A few little hiccups along the way. We wanted to be fast with the output, so there were some compromises in terms of output. But overall, it's been really, really, I'd say, a good success for last week in terms of the content we put out, and we're only planning to put more out. So it's across all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And like I say, it's social alone, 140% plus in engagement week on week, 5,000 interactions. We've had over 5,000 hours viewed on YouTube. So slowly and surely, we're building those blocks. TikTok will be another layer to come very soon. The content format is, yeah, it's a hand in marriage for TikTok. So a bit of experimentation. There are a few things we're fast on, and we'll iterate from here on out. A few things to extend on from that. I also shared a development build with Swifty and Rabbit. So that was a big thank you to Benji, Jeff, Doglord, Zach. So yeah, getting a development build out to the guys means they can also stream, obviously, some of the new worlds that we've been sharing. So Bearish, Bezogia, also allowing them a bit of a teleportal feature so you can kind of switch fast into different areas. So it's nice to be able to share that with some of the brand guys. Um, and as mentioned from Benji earlier, we're planning on massively improving the output in terms of weapons and a lot of different features within the game. So, as part of the increased development, which can only come from increased staff and team members and the excellent job on recruitment, is we need names. So, we'd love to kind of reach out to the community, run some polls, run some competitions, and get some of those amazing names for funny weapons. So, yeah, we'll work with Carrie. We'll run some campaigns in the next couple of days, but this will be something we'll run continuous. This will go alongside a lot of the other activity we'll run. And don't forget, if we
By
can get 500, yeah,
by
sorry.
names, Shahid, you mean names of the weapons, right? Ideas for the
Absolutely,
weapons.
yeah. Names of the weapons themselves, yeah. Some of them will run as a poll. Some of them will actually, I think, quite a lot of them will take from community suggestions. A lot of the names coming from the community have already been great on a lot of the different weapons. So that's going to be fun to be able to run. Yeah, so this is nice to be able to see, and goes hand in hand with obviously the game development, the constant iterations. And as you mentioned earlier, Jeff, we've got enough worlds for now. So it's really about kind of just advancing that game as quick as possible, getting close to beta in Q2. That's something we still plan to launch for. So everything kind of queues us up for that next phase of Legends of Bezogia. So it's been a very, very, very busy week in marketing, and obviously all this activity that Benji and the team creates in terms of new game development. We'll be using all of that collateral across all marketing channels. So video will be a constant theme moving forward, and we'll make the video fun. I think that would be it. And actually, I think on that note, we'll probably the most important of last week, my bad, Meta Week. So it was an amazing week last week. I
Yeah.
think on that note, I'm gonna let you take the floor, Zach.
I see
Well,
Charles is sorry to cut talk over you. I see Charles is also putting his hand up. He was at
Yeah, we
Meta Week.
had
I'll add him.
loads of the team. I want to hear so much on there, and
I'm
obviously
gonna
there'll be a
add
lot
him.
of updates. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna add him as a speaker as well, so he can maybe give some input as alongside Zach.
Well, first of all, obviously having some of the best weeks in HR and hiring, having over 140% growth in marketing. Um, I don't want to tone it down, but Meta Week was freaking awesome. Sorry, mind my language. It was fucking awesome, right? It was 2 days in the summit, and it was surprising the amount of footfall that came in. Legends of Bezogia stall always had people queuing up. So much so, there was like 4 or 5 of us manning it down. There was me, there was people from my office, there was Charles, Mike, Matt, but we wouldn't get time to breathe because everyone was so intrigued about what exactly it is we're doing. Because a lot of people were actually quite shocked. They were going around, they were looking at other projects, and everything seemed to be in conceptual phase, right? Or in pre-development or early development stage. So people were pleasantly surprised that there is a product that's hitting the market that's so close or actually in deployment already. And I think that garnered a lot of interest. The next day, when Mike spoke on stage repping Bezogia, it brought a lot of intelligent people towards us, towards our ecosystem. We had government members approach us, certain people from the educational sector wanting us to actually start speaking locally about exactly what we're building, and just general topics of decentralization. But I have to say, I think it was a lot more than even what I was expecting. It was obviously very tiring and exhausting because I couldn't feel my legs after the summits. I had to take a break and work from home. But overall, Meta Week was very great exposure. Some current holders also came. And that was another great thing. There was so many people that came and they're like, hey, we have Bezoge, we've bought Bezoge. And it was generally creating a very positive environment. Like pretty much all the traffic was kind of getting sucked down to Legends of Bezogia. So I really think we were like shining at that event, and we had pleasantly surprised people that, hey guys, we are a very advanced stage product, because so many projects in development and play to earn or free to play haven't reached the stage we have. So that excitement. Oh, there was 2 or 3 people that even came to our stall, and then they opened up Uniswap, by the way. I think Mike got one guy to also do a swap. So we also had that. We actually had some investment coming into Bezoge. Anyway, Charles is up here. If I missed anything, Charles, you could probably add on to it.
Yeah, no, I think you covered most of it. Just maybe we get in touch with some very interesting startups like us as well for like some DeFi protocol that we could integrate quite easily within Legends of Bezogia to make us save lots of time in terms of development and giving some more options to our players. I think that's most of the good feedback that we get from the audience as well was related to the link that we're establishing between the real world and the meta world. So they were all like, "Oh gosh, this is much bigger than what we were expecting. This is not just only a game, but this is really huge because you got big plans on integrations of like luxury goods with the game and financial services within the game as well. So that was all kind of very good feedbacks that we had and created lots of attention as well. So yeah, no, overall, as you said, it was super positive, and we could feel the excitation from everybody actually. So yeah, all the lights were on us, and I'm looking forward to get some more events like these because this is bringing lots of positivity to the project, and new orders maybe as well. So that's very 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 interesting. Um, on the other side of
I,
this stuff, I had like quick question for you guys because maybe some people will be interested by this question as well. I hope so at least. Is how do we progress in terms of story writing and mythology regarding the game? Do we have plan for this in the short term, and what's gonna be the next step on this?
We do. Um, I also we have one game designer already working on the project who's helping build the storyline and the tools the tools to allow the team to build the storyline. We're also building out our base of copywriters and story writers for the project. We have one that's basically on a retainer right now, and we're building out more copywriters and getting them into the ecosystem so that we have the ability to create more and more storyline as we go. And then we're also hiring more game designers in-house. I actually interviewed one guy today for the game designer / project manager sort of position, where he can come in and oversee the creation of the storyline of the game. So there's a lot happening, and also one of our in-house guys, Samuel, will be. A lot of people probably know him as Mufle in Discord. He will be working on a lot of the worlds right now, and introducing more NPCs which allows us to build the storyline as well. So that's one of the things that you'll see over the next month or so. Is a lot more NPCs being put into the map that will allow us to build the quest system off of them in the future. And they'll be giving out like more of the storyline of the world through the NPCs. So there'll be more stories being told. And then also Sylvan right now is building out the beginning storyline, so the onboarding process and the storyline throughout the onboarding process. So there's actually a lot of aspects of the storyline being developed at the same time right now. I hope everyone could hear me there.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can clearly.
Yeah, all good.
It's only when Jeff speaks, everyone goes quiet. That's all.
That's
Exactly.
good. Okay, I mean, do we have Shahid? Did you have any more updates from your side?
I
Or do we
think
move on
that
to
was
carry
yeah,
the community?
they were the main updates for marketing. I'll give one more update in terms of website. Website is progressing, and I think the next 7-10 days, I will do a quiet switchover, and it'll be well worth the wait. This I can assure you. So this I've been working hard behind the scenes. Yeah, that's a daily graft every evening. So chugging along nicely and on track.
It's looking good, actually, the new website.
It's
I wouldn't big it
amazing.
up too much. I wouldn't big it up
But
too much, but
I'm going to
it
hold it
looks really
down. Well, we'll hold it down this time round.
good. Yeah.
It better look good, otherwise I'm making it as public.
No, it's well worth the wait. Well worth the wait. So this time I'm satisfied because I've got everything I need for my global structure. It means we expand into 15 plus markets, initially English speaking. I can then add in the translation layer. So Spanish will come next as the second language. And then immediately we'll look at e-commerce next. So timelines kind of allowed us to become quite a bit faster as part of doing some of this redevelopment work. So it's really helped us massively. So we're already in the final stages of, we've done the R&D on e-com. I think I mentioned this last week. Final templates are being designed this week. Hopefully development for e-com commences in about 10 to 15 days. So yeah, we're moving fast now.
Well, I don't
But
know
on
if
that
it's,
note,
but it's been flat markets, so there's been less distractions. It seems like we develop much better.
yeah, you could say, yeah, definitely. But I think there's only positive things to come. I think there's lots and lots of upside in terms of website. Like I say, that's the foundation for really ramping up our marketing activity. So we've already started to increase frequency. Frequency will commence this week, next week. And then we've got our new site, a lot more marketing collateral to share with the world, a lot more content, exciting content coming from the team. So yeah, lots of positive things to look forward to.
Well, let's get there, man. I personally know so many investors on the sideline. So with the excitement, I'm sure we're gonna start seeing a lot more positive action and movement as well. Oh, the echo is back, by the way.
All right, yeah, go back.
Broken screens, broken microphones. What's going on, man?
I got to sort my life out.
Right. Um, okay, should we move on to Gary? While Shahid sorts his life out.
Carrie, how's life? How's your microphone?
What's up, guys? I was actually having some technical difficulty and had to switch back to my phone. So, I'm loving all these updates so far. It's great. I know of quite a few members that have been asking about the trees. So they're going to be excited to hear that. So I'm glad the trees are getting updated. That was a huge conversation for a while. So, okay, a few things for me. Mike James did his giveaway last week and Sir Swifty won it. So, congrats to Sir Swifty. Mike is amazing community member that's giving back always. So, it helps. It definitely helps and literally pays to stay active in our community from the main account and even some of the community members because of what they do. So, that's awesome. I want to remind everyone too that there's scam Facebook and Telegram accounts constantly going. It does we continuously report them. If you see a post or a Telegram or Facebook group that is saying, send us, X amount of ETH and we'll send you back Bezos, anything like that, it's a scam. Stay away. And the scam Telegram groups are copying and pasting even our conversations, some of our members. So please just always go to the website. It has all of the original links on there to all of our accounts. So make sure you're in the right one. In Telegram, you can change your settings, go under your settings tab and have it where only your contacts can add you to other groups. That's a big helpful way to make sure you don't get added to the scam or any other scam Telegram groups. You can ask questions if you have, any questions or concerns. Don't hesitate to send us messages. I know I had some community members from other language groups send me DMs this past week because it's not only just in the English language channels, it's in all of them. So be mindful of that. One other thing I'd like to add, because there's been a lot of confusion today with the time zone changes, and I know the UK will have one coming up. When you click on the Twitter AMA link, it will tell you your time zone. It'll tell you exactly what time the AMA starts based on your time zone. So just that's a reminder to make it helpful for people to know when our AMAs are, and maybe we can get the team to send the link out. We can create, I don't know if it's available to do more than a few days ahead of time, but maybe like after today's AMA, maybe we can go ahead and, or by tomorrow, create the link for next week's AMA. It allows the community to share it and be prepared more. So I'll get with Shahid and see if we can create it sooner.
Should be no problem.
Okay, perfect. And so, yeah, I know we're getting some good feedback already on the clips and videos that we're doing. So keep your feedback coming. We do pay attention. I do read every message in Discord and Telegram, even if I don't respond to everyone. I do read all your messages and we do take notes. So we appreciate your feedback. Keep it coming. I'm excited to see those weapon idea names. I've already seen a couple in the Telegram. So let's go. Let's do this and see who gets to brag and say their idea was picked. All right. So on to my questions. Got a few. Okay. I want some clarity on if when beta launches, will there still be required sign up like with alpha?
Yes, I think we answered this a few weeks back. There definitely will be, but if you're already approved for alpha, then you will be automatically approved for beta.
Okay, yeah, I think there's some confusion, and I know with myself when questions get asked, I'm like, wait a minute. So thank you. Just wanted to re-clarify that. And also, when beta launches, will it be available on Android, or is Android going to have to wait till the main public launch?
For that,
It's a good question. Benji can probably answer that. Sorry, Benji.
yeah, so I think there will be some Android tests during the beta period, but it might not be that not necessarily each test session will be also on PC and Android, because we would have to make two builds and to synchronize the two versions, which would make the development a bit slower. But we'll definitely have some test sessions that will be on Android during the beta.
Perfect. Thank you.
And
Okay.
Carrie, before the end of beta, we'll definitely have the final Android version. It's just that at the beginning. throughout the beta testing, we'll be introducing more and more of the Android version, and by the time we do get to the end, we should have the Android version fully ready, and then on the main launch of the game, the Android version will also be ready.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. All right, so little two-part question. Are you worried about slow transactions on Polygon from high volume? And are there any issues with the 8 different tokens? That's a summarized question from a really long one, so I hope it makes sense.
I'm not sure I fully understand the question. Are we worried about the 8 tokens, though? I can answer that. No, we have a solution for that. We won't say exactly what it is, but we do have a solution for the 8 different blocks, and we'll reveal that at some point reasonably soon. I think if you're talking about transaction volume on Polygon, again, we have a solution for that, but I can't say what it is today either, because it's not 100% confirmed yet, but we do have a solution in-house for that.
Okay, so no, I know I trust you guys.
Basically, the answer is no, we're not worried. We have solutions for both of those issues.
Perfect. All right, and so with the recent lockdown, how are you guys coping? That's my last question.
We're used to it. It's not really a lockdown. It's sort of half and half. You're still allowed out. We have to go out and get COVID. We have to go out for our COVID tests every day. Otherwise, how can we go out? So I think it's fine. I think everyone within our company already has. We make sure every single employee has a gaming laptop as their company PC. No one has PCs that they're stuck if they need to come to the office to work. So we're lucky that we're kind of prepared for home working essentially. And I think I think it's completely fine because everyone has their laptop at home. And I have a full setup with the screen and multiple screens and everything at home as well. So everyone is basically in a good position to work from home anyway. So we're pretty much the same.
Fantastic. I definitely would not want to be doing COVID testing every day, so I salute you all. All right,
we've been doing COVID testing every day for like the last 4 weeks, Carrie. So we're already used to it.
I
have to do one
do
test every 24 hours. You get used to it.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess that's it for me. We can open it up to the public now for their questions.
Awesome. Let me get RTG in.
Guys, feel free to step up, raise your hands, and we'll call you up as a speaker so you can ask your questions.
Also, maybe we have questions on YouTube.
Oh yeah, let me.
I think it's better you stick just to Twitter, Jeff. I don't know if it's me, but you're cutting off again.
No, he's cutting off. That's the same for me.
Okay.
I'll switch VPNs. Wait a second.
Now we're gonna lose him completely. Hopefully, we don't lose the Twitter space.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and ask my question.
Hey, RTG.
Hello, guys. First of all, awesome seeing the alpha back up this morning. Jacob the Great was streaming it over in the Discord, and we had a guest there, and that's where this question originates from. Well, I guess they're not a guest; they're an investor. They own 9 Bezogi. So, but the question that they had is they have an origin block, and their origin block they were thinking of summoning it rather than continuing to hold it as an origin block, and they didn't see where to summon on the new website. So the question is, where can they summon their origin block?
It,
Jeff, you're cutting off
Yeah, you're
again.
cutting out bad.
yeah, I was going to say RTG, the summoning is still on bezogia.com. So it's on the existing current gaming site.
Okay.
So on bezoge.com, we never had summoning on Bezoge.
You're 100%.
So that'll be something we'll plan to introduce with the new React infrastructure. So summoning remains on bezogia.com.
I should have known that answer. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. And not to forget to select the Polygon network. But yeah, maybe he doesn't want to summon. Maybe he's just eager to summon. If he's got some Bezogis already, I don't know. I don't know if I'd summon personally, but
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
understand. Thank you.
hopefully that helps.
Yeah, that's true. I am holding on to some origin blocks that I managed to keep them a mystery because the more people that reveal, the higher the chances that one of the origin blocks has the rarer Bezojis in them. So I'm holding on to some origin blocks.
I've got one as well too. I'm holding on to. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
That's a,
Um,
that's a strong ability. The ability to hold on.
the reveal is actually so much fun, but just you just got to do it. Just because you got to hold yourself back and hold on to that mystery.
It's addicting. I'm a hodler, so I can hodl my tokens. But when it comes to summoning, the minute they're in my wallet, I'm ready to do it.
It is fun. The
I
experience
was like a
summoning
crackhead.
is it.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
10 in a row.
Well, we've lost Jeff, I think, temporarily. Paulo, if you're there, maybe you can. You're the host, and you could probably bring up the next speaker who wants to ask us a question.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
We have Mall of 1974.
I think it takes a second for people to get added on the speaker. Oh, there we are. Maulov 1974. That's a very common name. How are you? Hello? Hello.
You need to unmute yourself, my friend.
No, he or she is unmuted, but I don't think it's we can hear them. Let's try again, Maulov.
Hello.
There we go. There we go. We hear you now.
Hey, that was actually an accident. I didn't mean to do that. I'm actually looking for some of these blocks to see if there's any more for sale. But definitely enjoying Bezoge.
Thank you,
Keep up
man.
the good
Hey,
Thank
work
you.
and you all be blessed. Thank you.
just a call out for people that are buying on OpenSea. When you're buying on OpenSea, you could buy those blocks that are already summoned and it looks like it has not been summoned. You need to click refresh metadata and you'll know for sure if it's been summoned or not for call out.
Yeah, that actually happened with me. You have to. Sometimes they look like origin blocks, but you have to refresh the metadata.
Thanks for that reminder, RTG.
And thank you for the compliments, Maulov. Uh, we work hard, so it's good to be appreciated. Thank you for that. Paulo, and the next person in line to ask a question, if you could bring them up, please.
No request at the moment. Guys, if you have questions, please request to speak.
Can you
Sorry,
guys hear me
you're
now? Am I back?
sorry, Jeff. You were saying something?
Can you guys hear me now? I'm saying I'm not back.
Yeah, it's cutting off a
You
little,
still
but
break pretty much.
sure.
Okay.
Connection. What's up, y'all?
Hey, hey, I was wondering when they were saying grass and trees, where is Mike James?
How you doing?
What's up, man? How are you?
They called me out like that. Golly, that's funny. I just want to hop on
Don't
to say
worry.
hi. And for all the people that's on this space at the moment, if you can do us all a favor on the bottom right, there's this blue feather looking thing. If you click on it and retweet the space, let's try to reach the goal of 500 people tuning in. It's going to take all of us to get there. So on the bottom right of the screen, on every AMA, if Carrie or Jeff or one of the guys here, just to remind the audience on the bottom right of the screen, retweet the space to bring more awareness to it. I've joined so many Twitter spaces, it's unreal. And every time I'm a speaker in any of these spaces, nobody knows anything about Bezoge. So it's going to take all of us to spread the word. The marketing, you guys are doing excellent. I like everything I'm seeing, but it's also going to take all of us as a community to get there. So on the bottom right of the screen, like I said, share the space and let's get the word out.
Thank you, Mike James, for the kind words, and you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We need to make more time on our side to engage and participate in AMAs. And I think that's something Carrie's already looking at with different communities and where we can participate and share, obviously, Bezoge, Legends of Bezogia, all the content we have. So something we want to do more of moving forward.
Honestly, what I love about it the most, when you follow Carrie or me, for example, and then Carrie or myself on a Twitter space is gonna tell you, is gonna show on top, right? So usually when I join a Twitter space, like 2-3 minutes later, we'll have like 10, 15 Bezogians join in as well. So it backs up my claim when I'm a speaker on any space, because when people look at the member count, they're gonna see a lot of Bezogians in there due to their profile pictures or simply by the name. So I highly encourage that, to just be social, step out of your comfort zone just a little bit and speak with people. And then once you like it, it's addictive. You're going to keep on talking. So I highly encourage that. You make a great connections with everybody and spread the word.
For sure, for sure. Mad love to everyone.
100%. Thanks for everything, Mike. Do you have anything else before I bring up Pacquiao?
Well, that's all I really had. Well, I guess one question that I got asked multiple times that I did not answer to was during the gameplay when the game is out and all these mini transactions going at once, is it going to be happening in time frames? Like all transactions going to go through every 30 minutes, or is it happening as a transaction takes place, every single one, or how are we going to do that?
We have a solution for that, and again, we'll release it when it's fully written out in a white paper format that everyone can read. But yeah, there is a solution for that.
Okay. And when cinematic trailer?
Very soon. Very soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
People almost think that you've got it, Jeff, and you're just holding it back now. You know that, right? It's got like people got a bad impression on that.
Yeah. And
No,
one
this
one
thing.
other question that's being asked a lot, and I already know the answers to. You already answered it multiple times, but for the new people, how are we doing with new exchanges? That's literally number one question every time there's a space opens.
Well, it's something actually was being talked about today, and we were just laughing about it because all I can say is all the people that were not taking us seriously have come back knocking on our door. That's as much as I'm going to say that pretty much every exchange, top exchange out there is aware of our project. And well, I wouldn't take names, but I would say that we are in talks with the ones that we are interested in working with and getting listed on.
Okay, so the last question would be when we get listed, but it's just a sarcastic question.
Say it again. I didn't hear that.
Oh, I said that was the last question. When we gonna get listed? It was more of a sarcastic question, really.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I have.
You'll see a lot of action happening, Mike. A lot of action happening over the coming few weeks as well. You'll,
Oh, I believe it. I
uh,
just want the people to hear it from you guys.
uh, well, with exchanges, you know how it goes, Mike. Like we never announce an exchange listing. The exchange will always announce it um, before we start, propagating that information out. So if we're gonna get listed on an exchange, you're gonna hear it from the exchange's official announcements channels before you hear from us.
I love it. And was there going to be an official announcement or an official release when the mobile version going to be fully functional for like alpha testing, or how does that going to work?
Yeah,
Or how you guys going to?
absolutely. Yeah, Mike, we'll echo that on all channels once we've got Android specifically at a level we're happy with to then start onboarding players. I think in addition to that, we were discussing earlier today regarding Android specifically, and maybe allowing some community members to test the current version once we've done a few upgrades. But I think the big thing is we don't want to be distracted with Android for the moment, whilst we've got quite a I'm going to say an aggressive timeline in terms of getting a lot of game development iterations out on the current game. So a lot of concentration on obviously getting alpha complete, getting towards that beta goal, and then once we're in beta phase, then we can start opening up a few more different areas of platforms and what have you. Yeah, so that will all be communicated out.
And Mike, regarding listing, you need to keep in mind as well that we are looking for the right time frame to do it, because as you know, the market is not that great. So even if we had the authorizations from any tier one exchange right now to list, I'm not sure that we will take the decision to go on listing right now, because we want to be sure that the market is bullish in order to get as much return as possible. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
all need to keep that in mind. But in any case, be sure that all the team is focused on this as well. Of course, this is the number one priority for all of us.
I love it. Yeah, I never had a doubt. I already know you guys are working hard behind the scenes. I just wanted the potential new investors, or to remind some of the older investors that you guys are only getting better and delivering everything so far that you guys have said. So yeah, as far as that, I personally appreciate every single one of you guys for working hard on it and just honestly working. That's rare in the space to see, to be in something this early and watching it grow from sketches all the way to the new grass form and all that. That gives me chills. I love that because we've been in it from the beginning and we watched it from, like I said, little sketches to what it's at now. So that alone proves to everybody that you guys are working nonstop and getting stuff done. But the people that join in today, they don't see the progress. They just see from today forward. You know what I mean? So that's yeah, that's really all I had to say, man.
Well,
And I appreciate
uh,
you.
obviously it goes without saying that, new grass gets anyone excited. But jokes aside, if even if you new people join in, I mean, even as we've seen the market in the last few weeks, with the news generally, with war and whatnot's going on in the world, we being pegged to Ether as a liquidity pool, I did an analysis, we're beating Ether itself by a solid 20%. That just shows how much confidence our holders have. That even in soft market
Are you
conditions,
speaking
low
about the
volume.
token pair itself?
Sorry?
Are you speaking as far as like the token pair with ETH?
So, no, I'm just saying, like, like a lot of people, right? Even though it's all perception when it comes to values, right? And especially for a project like us where the real value is now about to come, right? With the deployment of the game, the increase of the burning of the tokens and everything with the tokenomics. I'm just saying that we're holding up really well. In fact, we're even holding up better than Ether itself, the token that we're actually pegged with in liquidity. So generally speaking, all our holders have a lot of confidence, and I think anyone new coming to see our project will see that no matter what happens, everyone's looking forward to the real value proposition that's about to drop, in the coming weeks and months. So that's just a message for anyone new looking at our project that,
What I like
we're
to tell the new investors is yeah, the market is down, just watch. I like to tell people to watch the development versus the chart, because then the chart will eventually follow, right? So instead of being so focused on the chart in a bearish market, just look at the development. It's going to get your mind off of the chart, and then you best believe the chart will eventually follow the work that the devs are putting in. So that's kind of what I tell people. But yeah, man, that's all I had to say. I appreciate you, every single one of y'all. And Dog Lord, we need you on the spaces more often. We kind of miss you. That's all.
I'll hop in tomorrow, mate.
Yeah.
absolutely agree, man. Thank you, Mike, for that.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Pacquiao74, who had been waiting for a question. So maybe he can either join us back. Is there anyone else that has a question?
Anyone has a question, just raise your hand and we'll pull you up as speaker.
People are quiet this week.
Well, you guys gave us a ton of information today, so that's good.
Yeah, we're
That's
getting
true.
better and better with the AMAs now.
One obviously we'll follow up with snippets, of course. So we'll break this down into chunks, and then we'll get this out in a format we followed last week, and yeah, get those all scheduled out on top of a lot of the new updates that will come also.
I think we got Bezoge Mob up here. Did you have a question? Bezoge Mob. Nope.
Did we lose him?
I think so. I think Twitter's been a little off today.
Yeah, it's showing for me that he's a speaker.
I know he's gone as well now.
Oh, now he's gone.
Now we got Willy Wonka.
Yeah, at least it's not just me, it's everyone this week, so I have an excuse.
My only question is when you guys did Meta Week, is there a can we see what Michael was saying when he was talking? Do you guys like have a video clip of what he was talking about or anything like that?
About what exactly?
No, when he was on the
No,
panel.
Mike, I think
When he was on the panel.
I think we're saying, is there a video recording of Mike's talk? Mike was on a discussion panel, I think. I don't know if there is a recording of that whole panel or not. Maybe Meta Week have a recording themselves.
Maybe Meta Week does. They did have people capturing it and broadcasting it. There was some news and media there as well. We only managed to capture parts of it. I think Charles captured some of it. Charles, do you have the whole thing?
Not the whole thing, but most probably like 70% of it. I missed one or two questions because my arm was tired, but yeah, otherwise I have most of it.
What I was planning to do, Willy Wonka, I was going to do a post wrap up of Meta Week, so that's something that we'll have on the events section of the site in the coming days, and that'll include a lot of the the outcome from the week long event. And hopefully I've got some consolidated video then from the guys, and yeah, we'll share a lot of that content. But that would be something we'd want to do for every event, a pre and post build up, obviously coming up to the event, and then a post wrap up.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta say that jet ski clip, man. That was a game changer right there.
Yeah,
the jet ski.
Oh, you
In
didn't see it?
Bezogia.
Oh yeah. Oh
Bezogia,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just clarifying.
Yeah, I went looking for that. I couldn't find it. So maybe in the next video, I'll go looking for the jet ski. I was too busy dancing on the yellow block.
The jet ski is in the city in the center of Bezogia. It's
Okay.
in the there's like a lake or a pool of water up at the top.
Okay, I'll go and look for that next time. I'll make a little 4K video on the jet ski.
I have to say, some
I'll
of the
try and
posts of
ride
Willy
it. We'll see if it
Wonka
works.
and those delicious treats he's posting seems like a game changer. Willy Wonka, if you want, man, we could trade some Bezogi for recipes, dude.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Actually, I have my kids, so they're making homemade rolls. Oh, they just got done rolls, and we're proofing them. Tomorrow they bake them, and then they're doing a burger competition. So everything's made from scratch. And after that, we're doing the tacos that I posted. The Barara tacos I did at home. We're going to do them here, and ramen and sushi. So that's up next. So I'll post them all. But yeah, I'm
Awesome.
ready to
Yeah,
trade,
let us see it. Let us see it, man. Some of your creations are very, very unique. I love them. And I have a major sweet tooth as well, so
Oh, I'll make sure I'll post some more, like the donuts.
yeah, the donuts. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That was just mouth-watering.
I should have took a picture of the ones I did with Krispy Kreme donuts and fried chicken.
So I'm down with that. I would even dip French fries in ice cream, but I mean, I'm not sure about how everyone else feels about donuts and chicken.
Oh, it's a thing down here. I'm telling you.
It's like my mom always making fun of me when I'm eating Kit Kat and drinking Coke at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
Y'all are
like I
making
said,
me hungry. Does
like I
anybody
said,
else have any questions?
I was gonna say you're making me hungry now.
like I said, there'd be a shipment of cupcakes, donuts, any sweet when exchange. It'll be like that day. I will have boxes when they shipped over. I'm telling you.
All right.
I look forward to it.
Thanks again,
Well,
guys. Appreciate it.
awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming up, Willy Wonka. Do we have anyone else stepping up to speak or ask any questions? If you do
Yeah.
want to, do raise your hands and we'll pull you up here.
We got Tim Zoji.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Hey. We're good. We're good.
Good. Hey, first of all, a comment and then a question. First, a comment. Ernesto, fantastic job with the charitable efforts. He's the man.
He is. He is the man. He is the man. And it's the
He's the
charity's just
man.
getting stronger and stronger every single day. I absolutely love it. Making a difference in so many people's lives is just amazing.
So then my question would be related to that. I really didn't have a question coming into today's AMA, but with Ernesto's efforts on my mind, I'm not a gamer. I've never been a gamer. The last video game I probably played was a stand-up machine in a Kmart, either Asteroids or Space Invaders. It's kind of dating myself there. But if I were to start playing Legends of Bezogia in the future when it comes out, would there be a way, would there be an option, could the developers add an option to donate the blocks to the Bezoge charitable missions?
Oh, that's actually quite a good idea, actually. Jeff, what do you say?
Yeah, it's a good idea. There's no reason why we couldn't do something like that. For sure. We definitely could do that.
All right, cool. That's all I had. Have a great day.
Yeah. Shahid, we are integrating the Bezoge University or Academy and the charity more into our website as well soon, right?
That'll be coming in the near future as well, yeah. So we'll have a lot more on charity, educational content, So yeah, that'll be a big part of the expansion.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. No, it's maybe it makes it easier for people to manage, because I know that the charity is very close group, and we've got enough pledges to be funded for the whole year. But it would be nice if we had a way for community, if they wanted to, like Tim Zoji just said, to either donate some blocks or whatnot. Maybe we should find a streamlined process for that. Let's think about that.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, this is definitely important. There's a lot of great charity content, a great work the team are doing. One of the things we want to do is obviously share that, share all of the great work on site. Thank you for the question, Zoji.
Hey, thanks, Tim Zoji.
When we're discussing about the trees, we should do something with the real trees as well, saying, okay, you can buy a tree and then we're going to plant it into the real world. That would be nice as well. Huh?
Well, that would be cool,
Yeah,
actually. Buying
good
trees in
feature.
Bezogia. That's a cool idea, actually. There's a lot of trees. It's one of the when me and Benji were discussing this on Friday, we were saying how can we improve the trees, and then we realized games don't usually have that many trees. We Benji maybe can give his input on this, but games tend to have not very many trees because they take up a lot of performance of the game. And we've managed to build the trees into the game in a way that they don't take up much performance. And actually improving the trees is basically going to improve like 90% of the map, because there's actually almost 100%. Everywhere you are in the game, you can see a tree. I think it's almost impossible to be in a position that you can't see a tree.
Yeah, sure. We already have some stuff we are doing for like we are trying some things to improve the trees and to make them look a lot better. And yeah, I think we'll see. We're mostly doing like research and development for this aspect of the game, but yeah, I think you'll see some images for that coming soon. We just need to make sure that the performances stay good, especially for Android, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Awesome. Yeah, I've seen the trees. I've seen the first draft of the trees, and that's literally something that's happened within like a 24-hour period, and they already look great. So I'm very excited to see what we can do over the next couple of weeks.
I really want to see the screenshot. Jeff, I really want to see the screenshots.
Video, it looks amazing.
Yo, man, yeah, seriously, dude. Come on, man. We gotta see this stuff too, yeah?
We'll share that in one of the snippets. We'll share that in this snippet update. So yeah, that'll be the
wow,
first.
There's not even just one video now. I've just looked in the Discord. There's now 3. there's now 3 videos of the new trees with different systems.
That means a teaser is due. Now that you're mentioning it like that, I mean, come on, yeah, spill.
Yeah,
it's not final though. Good. It's a draft. It's a draft.
They still look good.
Shahid's already looked at it. I've not even watched the video yet. I'm downloading it right now.
All right. Cool. Carrie or Paulo, is there anyone else who's got their hands raised? Anyone else that wants to ask a question? Just step up.
Yeah, Willis is the only one that has his hand raised. I was trying to add him back, but anybody else, please feel free to step up.
Hey guys, by the way, will we have some flying NPC quite soon or not?
That's also, yes, actually, that is one of the things that is on Benji's list. Yeah. Surprisingly, there's flying NPCs. We probably have things like birds and animals, like moving around with like particles and stuff in the trees. A lot of these things will be added. That's
swimming NPCs.
Swimming NPCs. We basically already have the swimming NPCs. They're on a jet ski, not really swimming. But we may have some whales lurking around in the waters. You know,
and we need some piranhas
or some sharks. There might be some sharks. There might be some sharks floating around there, and piranhas maybe. There's certainly going to be a lot more animals and NPCs moving around in the map. It's going to be cool.
Yep.
Did who was there was someone was trying to ask a question?
And did we have any questions on YouTube?
The YouTube stream, there was an issue with the YouTube stream, and it
Okay.
went down, Shahid, so there was nothing on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willis is the only one that has his hand raised. I added him back as a speaker, but it's not showing for me.
It's not showing me either.
I can see Jay as a speaker.
Yep.
Yo, hey guys.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, since we were talking about just like aesthetics of the games with the tree, I don't know if this has been asked. So, like, I've been here since Mint, and like I've been looking at how the graphics have progressed, and I think that's pretty cool. But I was wondering, so like on the ground, those boxes, right? How is that intentional? Is that part of the game? I have mixed feelings about it. It's kind of cool. Sometimes it's kind of not. I don't know. Like where does that come from?
It's basically the original artwork of the game that the world is made up of blocks. Sort of like is that what you mean? Or do you mean the colored boxes that are
No, yeah, you're right.
around the map?
You're going the right way, yeah.
The textured blocks, right? The semi blocks in the ground, semi not.
Yeah.
Yeah. The concept behind that is that the world is made of made of blocks, basically.
Okay.
But I do get that there has been a lot of evolution in the styling of the game and the art style of the game, and the blocks are now. I get why you would think that they might seem a little bit out of place.
Yeah.
I think it's a case of improving the shader on that, so they have more depth to them.
Okay.
But
I see.
But yeah, we could.
I see the resemblance with the I was just watching some gameplay, and it has the like some bushes on there, and they're like they got like all these triangular shapes, which is interesting. And you were just talking about how they were going to be updated, and like that kind of matches. But like when you start going into like the city and like like places where there's like little shops or whatnot, to me sometimes that looks out of place, just to me, obviously. But I think overall the graphics have improved for the better, obviously, from like since I first found the project.
Yeah, and it's a constant process. I mean, it's an ongoing process of improving it and making everything match from an artistic perspective. It's an ongoing process, and I think it's evolving quite quickly, and things are beginning to come together.
Do these NPCs that you were talking about, do you plan on just like making like just animal NPCs, or like someone that we could actually interact with, or like making
there'll
like
be
quests or something?
there'll be characters that you can actually interact with. Yeah.
Will there be like quests or something like that?
There's an entire quest system that we're in the middle of developing. Yeah.
Okay.
Benji is working on that. And now we have two more. We actually have two game developers starting this week. Two extra game developers joining the team. So everything should speed up a lot more as well.
Has that quest question been asked before?
I think so, Benji. If we've discussed quests before, right? We've always said
Sure,
we're going to develop
yeah.
an entire quest system.
We've mentioned it before, yes. So right now we are like in the process of developing it. We've mostly like the design of it is completely done. We just need to implement the like mostly like what still needs to be done is the synchronization between the server and the players, because there are like a few layers of it that we need to finalize, but like yeah, there's already like a good base of it that is done.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the quest system is already fully designed from the game design perspective. In terms of, we have full documentation on exactly how it needs to be implemented. We're just in the process of actually coding it out. And it was designed by the person who worked on the quests for World of Warcraft. So it's designed with scalability in mind.
I think that would be kind of cool. Like, you know, adding NFT really like quests with related NFTs or something later in the future. Or
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the quest system, like NFT rewards. There will be block rewards. There will be a lot of different rewards that you can get for completing quests that are not just blocks or experience. There'll be a lot of different things, and there definitely will be like unique weapons, items, NFTs that you can only get by completing quests as well. So, of course, also by buying them on the secondary market. But basically, the only way to get them without just buying them, or you won't be able to mint them, you'll have to complete quests to get them.
cool stuff. Cool stuff. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jay. We had Bezoge Mob back up here, but it looks like we lost him again. Does anyone else have any questions?
It looks like there's no more. I think if there's no more questions, should we end it there, guys? And if there's more questions, people will still be online in the community in Telegram, and of course, I think Carrie, I don't know if you'll be running the voice chat or anything in Telegram later, but I'm sure that'll
Yeah,
be on.
I'll open it. I'll open a voice chat in Telegram. So if anyone has any follow-up questions, join me there.
I'll try and join you later, Gary.
Sounds good.
Okay, awesome, guys. Is there anything anyone else from the team had to say before we end it? For me, just thank you everyone for joining as usual. Great AMA, and we'll have a lot of snippets coming out on Twitter and on our social channels over the course of the week. Please do give us your feedback on those snippets. If you think they need to be longer, shorter, please let Carrie know and let us know in the Telegram community and our Discord, so that we can take your feedback on board and we can improve that on a weekly basis. That would be really beneficial.
One of the things we wanted to do was customize per social channel, but for speed, we decided to go with a fixed format. So one of the things we'll do immediately, maybe not for this week, but I think for next week already, we'll have everything customized per channel. But yeah, please do keep your feedback coming in. We're happy to experiment, test, yeah, and be fast. Thank you, everyone, and happy Monday.
And Charles, check your WhatsApp. You might have some beautiful trees in there.
Thanks, buddy.
We'll share them soon.
All right, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.
Talk to you soon.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.